Well, next in line for needless upgrades to the Altima is this center console box with a fancy sort of fake burl wood, and this is to replace my sort of boring one right there. The idea, of course, is that since I replaced these covers here for all my doors, I want to get a nice matching one here. So I've got a video I'll post in the description where you can watch this particular upgrade. That's a real easy replacement. But now the idea is to see if I can put this one in and have it look nice and fancy there. So the question is how to get this out and replace it with this right here. I haven't seen any videos that really cover that specifically. I've seen videos that talk about how to kind of remove this whole center console in preparation, say, for getting to the airbag module or moving the whole dashboard. But we don't really need to do that much. We just kind of want to get this out here. And as I look at the back of this, and something else too is it'll be plugged in here. There's that sort of power outlet, cigarette lighter in there, and that's what the plug looks like that goes in there. But as I look at this, I'm not seeing any place where it obviously screws in. So it should be something that should be able to be popped out. I'm seeing these little clips here that'll probably have areas they pop into. So you can see those right there. There's two on each side, right? You see 1 and 2 right there. And then you have 1 and 2 on the other side. And from what I'm seeing on this, it looks like that's really how this is going to come in and out. I'm not seeing any place where it screws in, and so we just need to look at this and see how we can get this part out, and also look at how that kind of interacts with this bottom plate around the gear shifter. So for removing this whole center console, which we don't want to do, a lot of places talk about removing the seat here, because there are screws and things to get up there. Obviously, if this is all taken away, this is easy to get to, but we want to do this as quickly and easily as possible. So this is a sort of a kick plate that can be pulled out here. There we go. Just pops off. We've got one on each side, and so now we should be able to look in and see right there. There's the end of that storage compartment. It's right there. I'm putting my hand right at the end, and then right there I can see there's some light. There we go. So there's the plug for the electricity in that socket, and this is the end of that storage compartment. So we just need to see how to be able to get that out of there. But popping off this side panel should help, and now I'll just do it on the other side of the car as well. So same thing here. Now you can really put anything in here to pop this out. I like using the panel tools just because they are plastic and designed not to hurt your interior paneling. That other one popped out pretty easily. This one isn't kind of winding out so easily, so I'm just going to sort of pull it there. There we go. I guess maybe this sort of knee cover right here on the steering wheel is sort of holding that in. But really, I probably don't need to pull it all the way out. I just want to be able to get in there and see and feel the back of that. All right, so this again, don't think I want to take this piece off. It's easy enough to take off, but we'll keep it on there if I can. Just really need to kind of pop this out from the front. First thing I'm going to do is kind of pull out my adapter here and clear that little cubby all out so it's nice and empty. So now I'm trying to loosen this plate right here. Of course, I have a manual transmission, and so I'm hoping it's going to be not too hard. But I'm just kind of popping these pieces in here. There we go, and that just popped kind of out right from the side. And most of these things just kind of have little clips and they pop in and pop out That's usually how they work. And so I'll pop this out here. There we go. So now with this piece up, I'm not sure if it'll kind of take it completely out here. Again, I'm trying to really disassemble and remove as little as possible. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I can sort of pull this out of the way, and now I see this bottom part of the cubby right here. See that? That bottom part right in there. And that's what I want to be able to expose, because if you can see on this piece here, that bottom lip is going to go under the top plate where the transmission cover is. And with this out of the way, as I was expecting, this cubby here will just kind of pull out. So if I can bring this up above, I'm just kind of pulling it right there, and there it's kind of just, it's loose now. So I'm going to try and see how I can sort of wiggle it free. But yeah, there's nothing really holding it in. These mounts right here, two on each side, I think I've pulled them free from where they go. And now I just need to see how much of this I can wiggle free. I'm just going to start kind of wiggling and pulling it. Remember that it's still connected for the electrical connection, you know, right back here on the side. So I've got to either disconnect that or get it, hopefully see if there's enough slack where I can pull it out a bit more. So because I have a manual transmission, even with the car off, I can move this back as far as I want, or at least into the lower gears here. But I'm going to just sort of unsnap the boot right here, see that? And see if I can move this off up a little bit more, so I can just kind of get this out of my way. There we go. So right there, now that should kind of clear things up for me to have more room to kind of pop this out here. So I've got my gear shift and my gear shift cover, all that as much out of the way as possible. So I think before I do much more, I'm going to try and disconnect the electrical connection back here. And this is what that looks like. This is from my replacement part. And by the way, if you're curious, this is just an eBay part right here. At least on eBay, you should probably get this for between $40 and $50. I've seen them go for as much as, say, $100, or at least people are asking for that. But it really should be less than $50. And of course, you want to make sure you get one that matches the wood burl of your door panels. But anyway, I could play around with this before and kind of see how this connects. On top, you're going to need to press that in to be able to pull and disconnect the electrical connection right there. So I think that's my plan. Okay, and that wasn't too bad. The trick I found is to close the door here, and you'll have just enough room to kind of slide it out. With the door open, it catches against the top of this panel under the environment controls. But yeah, with the door closed, you can just be able to pull it right out, and there it is. Of course, except for my power cable that I rerouted through there. So I'm going to have to see what I want to do about that. But anyway, yeah, it just kind of pops right on out, right? And nice and straight and easy. And so putting the other one back in should be just as easy, I'm hoping. So here that they are side by side, right? Oddly enough, mine comes with this little sort of felt bottom here covering on it, and the new one does not. So I'm not sure. Do I like that more or not? I don't know. But one thing I think would be nice is you can see my outlet was really loose, just kind of flopping around here. I know something broke there before. So this one is nice and in place. That'll be a nice, like a better thing. And of course, while things are apart here, I might take some time just to do some cleaning and get rid of some of the gunk and crud that gets in all those places, and kind of clean up down in between where all these seams happen, and just to kind of get that looking a little bit nicer. By the way, this is my just a little power cable here, and that's to my GPS, and I just kind of fed that through the top where the door is. So that's what you're seeing there if something looks different. But other than that, it's just the usual stuff. Alright, so it wasn't too dirty there, but just kind of tried to get rid of some of that grime that connects or collects in here. And if you can see, these are the places where those clips kind of fit in to hold that center storage. So yeah, it just kind of pops right in, no screws, nothing else needed. And then see, there's where the bottom plate pops out for the gear shift cover. And just one little scrape getting things around, that's not a problem. Anyway, so yeah, I just kind of popped things out, and now I'm just going to do the reverse and start popping things in. And of course, here's the electrical connection plug to go in the back. Okay, so there it is, just kind of pushed in, nice and neat, just pops in, and door's working. I did the electrical connection, plugged it in back there, and I'm going to open up the door now and pop in the shift plate. And so I found the best way to do this is to start with this front part first, because there it is that kind of goes over right there. So I'm going to start with that and press it down from the front and just work my way back. Okay, it's a little harder than I thought it would be, but the main thing to do is to get these lined up right here. Make sure that this front part of the shift cover plate matches right up here with the edge of this the cubby. Pop it in first here, work your way back. The last one I was able to pop in was that clip right there. And that's it. Fancy stuff. And just took a few minutes. Now all I need to do is take these kick panels here and get that out of the way. And just kind of slide them back into place. And it'll be like it just came that way. So now I've got the matching fancy burl wood look. How about that? And there it is, all installed and put in. Matching up with the burl wood panels here on the doors. Right there and right there. So pretty easy thing to do. There really isn't much more than pulling out the old one and popping in the new one. Of course, dealing with the electrical connection. But that's really about it. Of course, popping out some pieces right around it. But no screws or anything else to worry about. So that being the case, this I think is a worthwhile little change and very easy to do.